All right, boys and girls, today you're going to be learning how to play a game called Go Fish. This is one of my favorite games to play. I used to play it with my kids when they were little all the time. We're going to be using team number cards. You can play with any cards, but today we're going to be using team numbers, and they're little gingerbread men team numbers. These cards I got out of my envelope here, November 30th through 4th, but I already cut them out. There were 8 pages and I cut them out. Please ask a grown-up to help you cut them out because it's important that they're cut out nice and neat. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to put the cards down between you and your partner, and each person is going to get 5 cards. So I'm going to deal 1 to Pete, 1 to Mrs. Davert, 1 to Pete, 1 to Mrs. Davert, we're at 3 to Pete, 3 to Mrs. Davert, 4, 4, 5, 5. Now I'm going to look at my 5 cards. Okay, let's see. I have 20, I have 14, I have a wild card, I have 16, and I have 17. I'm going to try to hold my cards like this so I can sort of see them all. It's kind of hard sometimes though. Pete does not have hands. Luckily, Mrs. Davert has these little card holders, so I'm going to set Pete's up. Now, I don't know that you would all have a card holder, although if you like to play card games, I highly suggest it. I have 2 because my daughters and I used to do this. But what you can do if it's hard for you to hold cards is just take a book and like put the book here, and then you can just lay your cards down. You can see, I can see my cards but Pete can't, okay? I'm going to use the card holders because I have them. But a little book or folder to hide your cards works well as well. Okay, the first thing I want to make sure is to see if I have any pairs, any matches. And you can see I have 17, oh, they look upside down this way, 17 wild, 16, you have to look at the bottom, 14 and 20. I don't have any matches. Let's check to see if Pete has any matches. Pete has 20, 19, 15, 12, 11. Okay. So we have no matches. If we had matches, we'd pull those out and keep those because that's what we're trying to do is get a match. So I'm going to ask Pete for a number. Pete, do you have, and it has to be one of the numbers I have. Pete, do you have a 14? Pete's going to look. He does not have a 14, so he says, go fish, Mrs. Davert. So I'm going to pick up the top card. I'm going to show you. I got a 10. I don't have a 10, so I have to keep my card. Okay? Pete's turn. He has to use one of the cards he has. Mrs. Davert, do you have a 20? Now, I happen to have the number 20, so I have to give it to Pete. Pete's going to make a match. See? He got he got 20s, so he gets to keep those. Those are in his keep pile. He's just setting those down for later. All right, my turn. Pete, do you have a 10? No, Mrs. Davert, go fish. Gotta go fish again. Now, I didn't get a 10, but I got a number I already have. I already had a 14, so that's a match. So I'm going to keep these. I'm going to set them down for later. Okay, my turn. Pete. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, it's Pete's turn. Sorry. Mrs. Davert, do you have a 19? I do not have a 19, Pete. Go fish. So Pete's going to grab a card. Pete got no match. Okay, my turn. Pete, do you have a wild card? No, Mrs. Davert, go fish. So I have to pick up a card. Oh, look at that. I got a wild card. They are a match, so I get to keep them. Okay, Pete's turn. Mrs. Davert, do you have 12? No, Pete, go fish. Pete's going to go fish. He didn't get a 12. All right, my turn. Pete, do you have a 17? No, Mrs. Davert, go fish. I didn't get a 17, but I did get a 16, and those are a match, so I'm going to keep them. Mrs. Davert, do you have a 10? Oh, wait, Pete doesn't have a 10. Mrs. Davert, do you have a 15? No, Pete, go fish. Pete got an 11. Now he's got 11s, so he's going to keep those. Okay, and we're gonna keep playing until all the cards in the middle are done. When we've done all the matches, then we'll count to see how many matches. So I'm gonna keep playing with Pete and I'll come back to you in just a minute. Okay, so Pete and I kept playing and now there are no cards left. So these are Pete's cards and these are mine. So I have to count them to see how many I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I have 28. Now Pete's going to count his. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I got 28 cards. Pete got only 20. Who got more? Mrs. Davert. So I won that game. Good job, Mrs. Davert. That was fun. Let's play again. Okay, Pete, we can always play again.